The theory of loose parts explores how children interact with their environment and, well, how the opportunities for creativity and discovery are influenced by the materials available to them. In any environment, both the degree of inventiveness and creativity and the possibility of discovery are directly proportional to the number and kind of variables in it. That's a key idea from Simon Nicholson's work, The Theory of Loose Parts, published in 1971. The National Quality Standard, specifically Quality Area 3, Physical Environment, highlights that the environment should be inclusive, promote competence, independent exploration, and learning through play. Outdoor and indoor spaces are designed and organized to engage every child in quality experiences in both built and natural environments. Resources, materials, and equipment should be sufficient in number, organized in ways that ensure appropriate and effective implementation of the program and allow for multiple uses. Exceeding Theme 2 is all about practice being informed by critical reflection. Educators, both individually and as a team, ask why and how. Questions of themselves and each other. They consider the theoretical underpinnings of their actions and decisions, seek alternate views and opinions, and explore possibilities. Educators draw on various sources of knowledge and research evidence and consider new practices, assessing if they align with the service philosophy and approved learning frameworks. So, what exactly are loose parts? Well, loose parts are materials that can be moved, carried, combined, redesigned, lined up and taken apart and put back together in multiple ways. They're materials with no specific set of directions, and they can be used alone or combined with other materials. There are only two other rules for gift play. First, all parts must be incorporated. Second, a creation is always changed through modification, not destroyed and rebuilt. In this way, unity is maintained and, subtle lessons about the nature of change are learned. Loose parts allow the creation of a variety of retreat spaces. It's the very non-directional nature of loose parts that leaves the determination of its purpose to the playing children. And as a result, there's an increased likelihood of inventiveness, creativity, deeper immersion, cooperation and communication, and cognition. But perhaps most importantly, loose parts bring pleasure, fun, motivation, and personal reward. So when we talk about loose parts, we might mean scrap, junk, and repurposed materials like cable reels, sheets, rope netting, and tubes. And then there are natural and found loose parts, things like rocks, stones, seed pods, and of course water, dirt, and sand. There's this really interesting idea about the interrelationship between a flexible or adaptable environment and the gradual development of flexibility and adaptability in the child. That's from Brown, 2003. The aim, really, is to create flexible environments which are substantially adaptable or controllable by the children. One way of doing this is to ensure there are lots of loose parts in the play environment. That's actually from Children Without Play by Brown and Webb. Affordance theory. This was developed by James J. Gibson. When children play in a space or with an object, they experience it in a unique way. Instead of just seeing its intended purpose, they might actually view it in terms of its affordances. American psychologist James J. Gibson, back in 1979, suggested that environments and the objects within them have values and meanings that are unique to the person perceiving them. The affordances of an object or space are, all the things it has the potential to do or to be. For instance, a brick wall may be built to make a clear boundary between a pavement and a garden, but for many children, it would offer a place to sit, walk along, balance, hide behind, and even jump off. Play gives children the opportunity to change their world to suit them. When children construct their own play environments, they naturally create ones that are most responsive to their needs, both in the moment and for their long-term development. So let's pause for a moment and consider. How carefully are you actually thinking about what materials are presented to children? And, are you allowing children enough freedom to really explore these? When it comes to accessing loose parts, what exactly will you have available in the environment? And where will they be stored? It's also important to think about what can be stored outside, and how, practically speaking, will children be able to access these materials? Are there loose parts that children have consistent access to, or is it a bit hit and miss? It's something worth reflecting on, honestly. Do you need protected spaces or retreat spaces for the children to build, construct, and, deconstruct? It is common for the playing to be quite fast and furious initially, especially during the first few sessions, as the children are, really excited about the range of resources. Almost all children settle into immersed play, given enough time. It might be useful to wait until things have settled before inviting in the people you want to persuade of the benefits. Resources for playing, providing loose parts to support children's play. Think of it as a toolkit. So, as an educator, it's really important to provide an environment that has lots of play possibility. It's also essential to decide what materials and spaces will be available for a particular play session. And, of course, we want to create an environment where children feel empowered to take control and direct play themselves. It's important to involve children in the development of a minimum set of basic rules of conduct, especially when it comes to safety and mutual respect. Stand back and allow children to lead their play and, try to resist the temptation to suggest activities or mediate in disputes. Use this understanding to inform future decisions about resources, materials, and boundaries. Also, make sure that children take responsibility for managing materials, including tidying up and storage. Only intervene when absolutely necessary for children's welfare. And just for your reference, this approach is supported by Learning Through Landscapes 2013, the Good School Playground Guide.